Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is day one of the Killer Rulebook, and it's always better to make things as simple as you possibly can. So I'm going to give an in-depth argument for why this is rule number one. But just if I was to boil it all down into one simple little statement, rule number one is if you kill a single survivor in this game as a killer, you have done your part and you have won that game. A single survivor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jackie Lynn. I see that you were first. Woo! Yeah, baby. How are you doing? Hey, Hamburger. How are you, buddy? No way! She did it! Oh my goodness, Jackie Lynn, you did it! She did it! That's amazing! Oh my goodness, praise the Lord. Let's sing a song. This is the most important thing of all. Jackie Lynn, I have been on this platform a year and like 6 months. This is the first person who ever praised God in chat. And praising God is the most amazing thing that you can ever do in life. So this is the most important thing to me. Let's go ahead and sing a song real quick, and we're going to praise God together, and then we'll continue. There's a beautiful place called heaven. It is hidden above the bright blue, where the good who from earth ties are riven, live in love and eternity through. Above the bright blue, the beautiful blue, Jesus is waiting for me and for you. Jackie Lynn. Heaven is there, not far from our side. Beautiful city of light. We know not when he shall call us, whither soon the glad summons shall be. But we know when we pass o'er the river, the glory of Jesus we'll see. Above the bright blue, the beautiful blue, Jesus is waiting for me and for you. Jackie Lynn. Heaven is there, not far from our side. Beautiful city of light. Let me write this down. What a glorious day. I never thought I'd see today. Nothing more important in life than glorifying God, ladies and gentlemen. That's my opinion. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am real quick. My name is Brother Love, and I'm going to clip that and put that on my YouTube channel, because that's the most glorious, wonderful, beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. If you didn't have VIP already, Jackie Lynn, I definitely would have given you VIP for that, my dear. I'm a PG, family-friendly streamer. I have my own issues that I try and deal with. I have a little bit of an anger issue. But I am what we would call an expert of Dead by Daylight, right? I've run several experiments in this game, and things have changed drastically since I first started playing Dead by Daylight. And not always for the better, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Jackie Lynn, you were amazing. You were definitely the first one. Hamburgers are fourth of the way. You can get there, Hamburger. You can get there. Mortal Ops, what up, brother? Yeah, she did it. She praised God. She praised God. And if you guys don't think that's a big deal, think about this. There was a lady in the New Testament who, what she did was she fasted and prayed to the Lord in the temple daily. And that was counted for her as righteousness, which is a huge deal with the Lord God. So, praising God is the bee's knees. Let's see who we got. Brother, Mortal Ops is going to clip it. Yeah, it doesn't matter who clips it. I will definitely take that, and I will love it forever. Okay, but moving on to the Killer Rulebook. This is something that I've been thinking about for months. What should be the Killer Rulebook? Well, the spiteful thing to be the killer rulebook would be, let's get them evil survivors and let's crush them and teach them a lesson. And if I was a moron and had no capacity to think whatsoever, that's exactly the way that I would have directed the killer rulebook. But let me tell you guys the truth. If you read my About Me that I posted 2 days before today's stream, and I'm going to go to it right now and read a little bit of it to you guys. It says, the killer's rulebook for Dead by Daylight, Pillar 1. Are you a sheep, a wolf, or a shepherd? And then I explained that the picture's the beautiful leather-bound edition by Jackie Lynn. So are you capable of deep thought and changing your mind? And then I give a little joke. It says that Crom, who's a false god from the movie Conan the Barbarian, will test us on Monday, and if you answer wrong, he will laugh you out of Valhalla. So in the movie, there's a false god named Crom, and he asks everybody if they can answer the riddle of steel. If they can answer it, they go to Valhalla, which is their version of heaven. If they cannot answer it, then they're cast out forever, right? Can you guys answer the riddle of steel? What is a win in Dead by Daylight? That, my friends, is the riddle of steel that we're going to be talking about today. What Jackie Lynn did 5 minutes ago, that's the layers of the onion. That is the deeper riddle of steel of life. But today we're just going to be dealing with Dead by Daylight. So who can tell me, if anybody can, what do you think a win in Dead by Daylight is, and why do you feel that way? Okay. And we're going to play lots of DBD today, guys. Don't worry. This is like a 10-minute conversation. It's going to happen really quickly. I'm just going to blast through the little bullet points real quick, and I will explain why I believe what I believe, because I think it's important to do that. Here, let me whip up DBD stem charts real quick, because I want to show you guys what's going on with this game, right? Yes, it's important to look at what's going on with the game so you can make an informed decision on things. So I'm going to switch to a different screen real quick, and I'm going to share this with you guys. I want you guys to be able to see it. 4 stacks of barbecue. See, that's a very intelligent answer. My goal in Dead by Daylight is to get 4 stacks of barbecue. That's brilliant. That's a very smart way to look at things. I like that very much. Blood points, that's another great goal. That's wonderful. That's correct. There's a type of killer in this game that you will only encounter once every 25 games-ish. And they play in the morning times mostly, and sometimes you won't encounter them at all. They're called friendly killer mains. Ladies and gentlemen, let me suggest to you, these are the smartest people of all as killer mains, because they have completely opted out of the system. They say, I play this game my way to have fun my way, and nothing you do is going to prevent me from having fun my way. These people are intelligent alpha chads. They're the most lovely ladies, the most beautiful men. They're delightful. They're very smart. But that's a very small percentage of the Dead by Daylight community. Let's take a look at Steam charts real quick. If we go all the way back to October 2020, we see that the game was in a little bit of a slump, right? You can see 3 months in a row with negative. But it did really great for the year prior to that. The last time we had 4 months of negative was all the way back in 2017. And if you guys know anything about the history of Dead by Daylight, when it came out, it was incredibly unbalanced for both sides. Both sides had terribly unfair things about them. But let's come to modern times right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's come to modern times and see where Dead by Daylight is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the last 6 months. This is negligible. This is less than 1%. 5 out of the last 6 months, the last half year, the game has been losing patrons. This is a very bad sign for Dead by Daylight. What precipitated this loss of people? Well, they changed the win condition for killer, but they didn't tell killers. So for the whole history of Dead by Daylight, people would ask you, what's a win in Dead by Daylight? The answer was always a 4K. And then slowly after 2 years it became a 3K and a hatch escape, but probably a 4K, or a 3K and you give the survivor the hatch, right? Probably that's a win condition. That drastically changed this year, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, it changed actually so long ago that my friend Fungoose quit playing the game. And now my friend Blue Basket 4 is considering quitting playing the game. So many great killer mains have completely quit playing this game because they and their communities feel like they're losing too much. It hurts their pride, their sense of accomplishment. It's a devastating thing when you used to 4K every game and now you cannot. It is a very devastating thing to a killer main. So the only way that you're going to be able to beat this mentality is to completely change where the goalposts are. Ladies and gentlemen, let me suggest to you that today, survivors are better than when I first started playing Dead by Daylight. I think the game has done a really great job of teaching survivors that they need to be on teams, they need to communicate, they need to be goal-oriented. Survivors do bones more than they used to. They do gens faster than they used to. Survivors are really, truly excellent. The problem is, not only has survivor skill increased over this amount of time, but the bar for a win for a killer has also increased. They added boons to the game, and that fundamentally changed what even a good killer could do in a game of Dead by Daylight. If you don't think I'm correct, there's a streamer named Choi on YouTube, CHOY. He has a series of 14 videos called Killer Mains Suffering Under SBMM. They are delightful to watch, but they're rated PG-13. Because these killer mains are famous people that we all know, and they absolutely rage and lose their mind. We saw True Talent almost quit. Trickster Shadow, one of the most amazing killers in this game's history, has completely quit Dead by Daylight. Dowsy almost quit at one point. Hexy quits every day. I wrote a song about it. It's on YouTube. It's called Hexy Quit Playing Killer Today. It's because we have been tricked into believing that we still need a 4K to win. Guys, there's a tournament that took place over the last month. It's called Swift's Dead by Daylight Tournament 2. It was hosted by Otofu. You can find the entire thing on YouTube. Swift's Dead by Daylight Tournament 2. There's a team in that tournament named Eternals. Do you know what they did to the best killer mains who've ever played this game? They 4-outed them. They did not lose a single survivor until the semifinals of that game. Well, how does that translate down to us? How does that translate down to your average Dead by Daylight user? I got bad news for you guys. The devs of this game are balancing around competitive play. Why do you think they added ELO to the game? Is there any reasonable explanation for them to nerf the twins? The only people who played twins was people who absolutely loved them. Less than 1% of the population. They nerfed twins because at competitive level, they were too strong with their current add-ons. Think about that. All these terrible killers they could have buffed, they nerfed a killer played by less than 1% of killer mains in this game. You cannot win with the mentality that I need to 4K every game. You cannot win at this game. If you are one of the few, let's say there's 100 killers in the entire world, and True Talent and Otsdar among them, who can still somehow find enjoyment not winning every game and 4King a good majority of their games. We are not them. Okay, 99% of killer mains are not Otsdarva. So we're going to suffer greatly like my friend Blue Basket suffered. Guys, let's move the goalposts. So if a team like Eternals, which is a really great 4-man Swift, okay, can beat the best killers in this entire history of this game, and not even lose a single survivor, that kind of puts it into perspective what your goal should be as a killer. It's a 1v4 game, ladies and gentlemen. It's not 1v1. If it was 1v1, you should kill every single game. You should win every single game as a killer. If it was 1v3, I would even say you should win every single game as a killer. It should be a 3 and out every game. But it's not. It's balanced around the fact that good communication, good objective control, the survivor should always beat the killer. That's the way they have modified this game. So let's change the way that we think about this game. What is the riddle of steel? The survivors are not our enemies. The killers are not the survivors' enemies. The developers of this game want each side to hate each other. Because if you hate each other, you're not hating on the developers and the direction this game is going in. There's going to be a new boom coming out that people are underestimating just how strong it is. That one survivor who you could barely catch after a 2-minute chase, you will not be able to catch anymore. And that is going to fundamentally crush some killers out of this game. It's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. So we have to change the way we think. The riddle of steel is, what is the answer that's going to bring us happiness in this game? Play the game the way you want to. Just like those friendly killer mains. Kill a single survivor. Because it's a 4v1, ladies and gentlemen. If you manage to kill a single survivor, you have done your job in that game. There's no such thing as a draw in Dead by Daylight. They told you that, it's a lie. If you're a friendly killer main, sure, the 4 people get out. You could consider that a win for the friendly killer main. But as a normal killer main, you either kill a single survivor or you lose. There is no draw in this game. And that's my presentation, ladies and gentlemen. That is Brother Love's explanation for the killer rulebook. Rule number 1, a single kill is a win for the killer. And now let's play some Dead by Daylight. Let me read chat. Let's catch up. Let's see what's going on in here. Chat says 4 stacks of barbecue. That's brilliant. That is a brilliant answer. It's good to play for blood points. Absolutely. Jackie Lynn feels like if she had fun, she won. That is another brilliant answer. If you're having fun in this game, you're playing it the right way. If you're not having fun and you're quitting the game, you need to fundamentally change the way you're playing and your mentality for the game. You can't have fun and follow the survivor rulebook, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me say this. I don't know a single killer who does. I don't know a single killer who can keep playing killer, have fun, follow the survivor rulebook, and not absolutely lose their mind at the end of it and quit playing killer. They all do. They all want to be kind. They don't want to get the little messages at the end. Oh, you tunneled me. Oh, you get... There's going to be no more tunnel in this channel. There's no such thing as tunneling. That's tomorrow. I'm going to talk about that in depth tomorrow. But let's read some more chat real quick. Which is basically never. Oh, I have fun all the time. Last night I was lowering some MMR. Good job, Jackie Lynn. Good job. I played some Spirit, and my only goal was yanking them up generators. That is brilliant. God bless you, Styles. God bless you. Love you. Thank you for the alert. I'm taking a break from DBD, Immortal Ops says. All I get is sweaty killers as Survivor, or when I play killer, I get nothing but a 4-man Swift who run all over me. Do you guys notice that even as Survivor, I don't play it the way you're quote-unquote expected to play Survivor? That's the only way I can have fun as Survivor. I play killer the way I want to. I play Survivor the way I want to have fun. That's the only way you're going to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. Immortal Ops, you can have fun as killer and Survivor. Let me help you have fun as killer and Survivor. I will show you the ways. But the way is not going to be I live every game or I 4K every game. That is not the path to happiness in this game. It's the path to sorrow. It really is. Hamburger has found a way to have fun as Survivor without doing gens. Ooh, I like that, Hamburger. Plunder's Instinct, Ace in the Hole, Appraisal, and Left Behind. I love it. I love it. Styles said I almost quit too. Yes, Styles, I've been watching you. You are an excellent survivor, and you're getting tunneled and face camped out of the game. And the reason isn't because the killer hates you. It's because 6 months ago, we as killer mains could 12 hook and get a 4K every game. And the developers made the game 25% faster through boons, so we could no longer do that. They took away the ability to slug for 4K. They took away the ability to split pressure through hits for 4K. They took away all these tools that the killer used to have. The only thing left in the toolbox is Old Faithful. Catch one survivor and make sure they die. That's it. That's the only thing killers have left. And guys, I'm afraid that one day they're going to take that away too. I'm not even joking. I think they're working on a way right now to stop killers from being able to tunnel. What's the point of playing killer at that point? You will not be able to kill anybody, guys. They have completely changed the way this game works. But I get you, Styles. That's not fun. Blue Basket says, I'm listening. The question then becomes, what is considered a win? If you had fun, I think Jackie Lynn hit the nail on the head. If you had fun that game, then you won. If you had fun that game, you won. So let's talk about okay, you brought up a good point. The killer grade system. Guys, we got to get that 1,000,000 blood points. Look, they put a beautiful little carrot at the end of the stick. 1,000,000 blood points is butt wipe money for me in this game. On a good day, I get 2.5 million blood points, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000,000 is nothing. But to an average user of Dead by Daylight who only plays 4 games a week, yeah, 1,000,000 blood points is a tremendous goal. Let's get all these people sweaty and going after that 1,000,000 blood points where they normally only get 100,000 a week. And then they get absolutely crushed by killers. They get absolutely crushed by survivors. So Jackie Lynn also explained to you guys how you can easily get that reward. She said she lowered her MMR deliberately. Guys, in my notebook in front of me, let me tell you what I did last week off of stream. I played 20 games of Billy without a single kill. Lowered his MMR. 10 games of Wraith without a kill. Lowered his MMR. 20 games of Twins without a kill. Lowered their MMR. 10 games of Legion without a kill. Lowered his MMR. 10 games of Trapper without a kill. Lowered his MMR. 10 games of Cenobite without a kill. Lowered his MMR. And finally, 100 games of Demogorgon without a kill off stream in the last 7 days. Tremendously lowered his MMR. So how do you get to rank 1 super easy without stressing? It's way easier than you think. Lose 2 out of 3 games. Like, I know that sounds crazy. Get blood points. Put on barbecue and chili, man. Go for just that 4th hook every game. Let them go. Lose 2 out of 3 games. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you're at astronomical MMR right now. Just lose 2 out of 3 games for a week or 2, right? Your MMR will come down on all your favorite killers, and then go up from gold to red ranks. And then for the next week, lose 2 out of 3 games just having fun, just getting barbecue stacks. And then the week after that, go from red 4 to red 1. It's that simple. Yes, you have to invest some time, but you could be having fun. You could be not sweating. And guess what? This works on both killer and survivor. Lose 2 out of 3 games for 2 weeks on your favorite killers or on survivor, and you will lower your MMR to a point where it's easy to go up a grade. And I know that sounds like it sucks at first, but when you get to the point Demogorgon's at right now, guess what I can do? I can lose every other game. It doesn't have to be 2 out of 3 games. So 1 game I can play with barbecue and chili and just get 4 stacks. Just go for shred downs. Just go for downs while carrying a survivor. You know, have a good time. And then the week after that, I go up a whole iridescent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really easy, guys. It's really easy to game the system. And if they ever change that, then the conversation I'll be having is, I hope that you're not going for rank 1 iridescent, because it's not worth going for. Currently, I don't think the majority of the Dead by Daylight community can even do that much. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see. So that's a great question, Blue Basket. I hope I answered it for you. What's considered a win? Did you have fun? Did you say, this is the objective I'm going to do at the beginning of the game? I'm just going to kill 1 survivor. Or here's the objective. I'm going to get 4 stacks of barbecue. Or here's my objective. I'm going to down 10 survivors this game with Blight's Blighted Rush. You know, don't make the objective 4Ks. You will not have fun doing that. The game is no longer designed to be a fun game. The game is designed to be a sweaty, competitive game. And the results, 6 months of losses in this community. That's the results of where they're trying to lead this game. Let's see. Have fun, imagine. Jacqueline says, I always have fun. And Blue Basket says, you just built differently. Clubber Lang, that's me. That's me, Ortiz. Clubber Lang, but what money? I need some but what money. No, but seriously, I'm what they're called a super user. I'm a guy who doesn't play 4 games a week. If you play 4 games a day, you're considered a super user of Dead by Daylight. Guys, I play 25 plus games a day. Like, that's why we're Devotion 30. And I've only been playing for 2 years. If I've been playing for 4 years, we'd be Devotion 60. You know? Okay, so that's the end of the discussion. Let's play some Dead by Daylight now. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Rule number 1, pick a better objective. The riddle of the steal, the answer is, do what you can do to have fun. If it's a single kill, you win. If it's get 4 stacks of barbecue and you only get 3, who cares? You win. You got lots of blood points. If your objective was to get 10 downs on Blight and you got 8, who cares? You got 8. You did fantastic. Blue, we don't watch you because we want you to be Oxdarva. Blue Basket, we watch you because we love Blue Basket. And we enjoy watching Dead by Daylight. And I know I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say that, but I think it would be a tremendous loss to the DVD community to lose you. So let's have fun in this game. Let's have a good time. I'm going to try and 12 hook. I won't be able to, but let's have fun just trying, guys. Is there a sin in trying in this game? Is it a sin to try to have fun? I don't think so. I think we should be having fun in this game. I guess I'll throw on some sunglasses and shred hit cooldown. So if you hit them, it lowers the cooldown. Gotcha. Cool. Sounds like fun. Let's just have a good time. This is game number 1. This is a game of demo. I'm writing it down. And guys, the requests are open. I increased the amount of times that you guys can request killer requests. So you can request 2 per stream now. And I love you guys. I hope you have fun. Killer rule tomorrow is going to be super interesting. I'm going to give you a hint. It's in his kit already. That's my hint for what tomorrow's killer rulebook is going to be about, and we're going to discuss that. But if anybody comes in my chat, guys, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so angry at what you did," tell them it's going to be okay. Tell them that we're not their enemy. The devs are their enemy. Tell them anything except tunneling exists or face camping exists. They don't exist. They're made up terms just for this game. This is a PvP game. You do what you need to do to secure objectives. And you shouldn't feel bad for doing that. That's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't hate you survivors when all 4 of you get out. Don't hate me when I get a single kill. You know what I'm saying? So when they come into chat and they say, "Oh, you tunneled," I want you to say this: "What's tunneling mean?" Guys, if you said that, that would make my heart the happiest little heart that ever existed in the world. Because that's something called meta irony. Meta irony. You are being ironic in a way that they're not going to be capable of grasping. It's hilarious. It really is.